Hello friends, this is Joel Staraka. Today I'm going to explain how to create a master page and the user controls for our website. For creating a master page, go open a new website and start an empty website. Then after that you will get a website like this where it contains all your web pages for your particular web. Then go to add, then add new items. So in new items, if you see, we'll have a master page here. So add that master page. After adding the master page, whenever you want to include a new web page, select the web form, then click select master page, then add. See, select master page. So it gives a list of the master pages that you had in your present file, that web pages. So just click on it and click OK. So if you see, we'll have this, click OK. So you'll be getting like this here. So it contains content placeholder, title, heading and body, like header tag. Then in the header tag you have title, then you have content body. So this is how you will get a web ASPX file which contains all these three things. So it has a master page file also. See, an extra thing is added to our ASPX file. So this is how we'll be creating this. Okay. And now I'll try to explain you using, see, yeah, we'll create a master page, dummy master page, click add. Okay, my master page, inside a master page it's coming. Let's go, then I'll deselect it, add. So this is how it gives a tag as master, then language and all these things. So inside this placeholder, your websites will be loaded, and before that or after this placeholder you can type anything, like you can use anything that will be there in the whole master page, that whole website, whole your project, those things will be there. So for adding this, go to design normally, then tools, we'll see how to add a tree view. So just drag and drop the tree view, so you'll get the tree view. So this will be the navigation bar for it. It will remain the same as it is. Then start edit node, then we can add node. For that we can add subnode, then we can add another node, then subnode, add node, subnode. So this is how we can create it, and we can give name here. And for the navigation UR, you can just type it, the navigation UR which you want to give. So if I click like this, these are all the navigations URs I have. So whenever if I want this, I'll just put it. Okay, so whenever the user clicks on it, it goes to this page, this new node. So this is how we can create a tree view here. So this is how this is my main master page which I created for my employee management. So in my div tag I have given width as 25%. So the main master page contains 25%, and if you see, this placeholders contains 75%. So we have 75% of the content placeholder and 25% of the for this here. So we have this, we have a tree node here, we have tree node, then under that tree node we have two nodes, then we have another tree node, tree node here, this tree node is closed here, and others I have one, I closed it here, I have another node. So if we go and see the design, so this will be my whole design page. So this is my master page, so this will be remaining for all the master page. For login I just had a login ASPX, for register I have this AXPS, and admin I have admin.axps. so this is my register.axpx. So we can add it whenever we click it, we can add to it automatically. So now we'll see how to use user controls. So just same like this, right click on it, and then you will get a menu like this, then add item, web user control. So this will be, we will be adding it, we'll be adding this web user controls. So I have two web user controls, one is reg, so it will be just having this first line calling as control, then nothing else, just a normal HTML tags and other things. So if you go for the design, we'll see I have only this will be used for my validations and other things. So when this user controls, I can take this user controls to anywhere, like if I can also use, if a user presses a button, I'll be displaying the calendar down. So whenever they want to display the calendar, I'll just copy this code and I'll be pasted there, not the whole code will be there. So, and these are all, this is called a required field. So sorry, this is called a required field. So required field validator, this is the required field validator. I have an error name, then which you want to control to validate user, and this is for my compare validator. So it compares two things, it compares my password and repassword, see password and recent, because this ID, for this IDs I give as recent. So this is another one which I created for it. So these are all put as a required field, and this one as a re-entered password. So this is what I created. These are called validators, required field validators. Sorry, yeah. Then so we'll see how these are added. So I have another one also, new controls. Go for design, you can understand. So I have this one, required password and login and design. And then so this is two things I have. Now I want to include this new control AXPX in my page. So I have admin.axps. In admin.axps I have this. So this is for my register. This register is used for calling the my that user control page. So it has tag prefix and tag name. This is, you can give any tag prefix and tag name. Then as I see, the source is new control.axpx, the register is. So I have this one. So when I want to call this a register or the user control to my page, so whenever I want to call this, I'll just have to call like this. See, yeah, admin1 is my prefix, then tag name, colon tag name, I should give my ID and run at server. So this is the thing which we need to make it whenever we want to use it. So this is for my new controller, and I have inserted I have one more thing, admin dot, this is for my, sorry, yeah, this is for my user controls for reg.axpx. So this, so we can add our user controls to our web page. Now we'll get, sometimes we'll get an error showing that, stating that the validation settings and an observation validation mode. So this will be coming whenever we want to include our what to say, user page, user controls into our web page. So try to add this in an app settings, then add key validation settings, another unobstructive validation mode, then value equal to null. So these things you want to add. Then if you want to have a database connection, use this one, connection string, add name equal to any name. You can give any name for it. Then we need to give data source. The data source will be our database string, where we have that. Just copy and paste it. So whenever we are connecting it, we'll be using this. So I'll show you a web page where I have this. Yeah, just go for it. CSV. See, for using database, we need to have these three things: data.sql client, then configuration. So when we, this is for user controls, it will be extending system.web.ui.user controls. So we connection string con equal new connection string, will be giving the connection string here directly, but here we won't be doing it. Here we'll use configure manager dot connection string. In square brackets we'll give our name of that, because the name which we had it is here. So the name, add name, that name is here, so we'll be giving that name there. Yeah, we'll be giving that name here. Then protect void page load. So this is page loading I have. Then I'm opening the connection and doing the query for it, then displaying to which page I need to go. So this is how we can actually do this. So when I run this code,